The majority of those who approach the world through a scientific lens adhere to the concept of causal determinism. This perspective asserts that all events are governed by the laws of physics, meaning that every occurrence is a consequence of these laws interacting with the current state of affairs or past conditions. In the realms where science meets philosophy, the concept of free will sparks intense debate. It's the clash between the fixed laws of physics and our sense of personal choice. Can we truly make decisions independent of the universe's rules? Or are we just cogs in a cosmic machine? Some say physics alone explains free will, while others see it as beyond science's reach. Join us as we delve into this age-old puzzle, exploring the essence of choice amidst the intricacies of causality. The definition of free will is determined by two key questions for any concept. What aspects of reality give rise to it, and what its purpose is. A meaningful theory of free will should explain our undeniable sense of making choices without necessarily concluding that these choices are completely free from prior influences. Determining this is a matter for evidence and reason. Additionally, it should account for the conscious control we have in our daily lives, regardless of whether these abilities arise from deterministic processes. Traditional descriptions of free will emphasize the ability to freely choose among alternatives, with outcomes unknown in advance. Free will means that human choices are not predetermined. We are self-determined, not ultimately subject to forces outside of our control, and we could have chosen otherwise. It's about choosing and acting according to the dictates of our own will, comprising choices not solely caused by antecedent factors. To understand free will, we must carefully analyze its various elements. Who chooses, what kind of choices, what it means to be able to have chosen otherwise, what choices are free from, and how free will choices are made. When talking about choice, there must be an entity or actor responsible for it. In this case, it's our mind, including all our mental processes, specifically the part of our mind that's aware of ourself and keeps track of our free will choices. The traditional idea of "I choose" may suggest a separation between the mind and body, but in reality, there's no separate I. The I we experience is our self-image, self-concept, and self-awareness. Compatibilism sees free will as an integral aspect of the mind. Free will encompasses conscious choices such as choosing what to think about, how long to focus on something, how many options to consider, and which option to select, as well as more profound choices related to our goals and values. We have control over subconscious or unconscious choices indirectly by changing our values and beliefs and consciously adjusting our habits. Distinguishing between conscious and subconscious thought is complex, as all conscious thought has underlying elements, and awareness varies in degree. The question of whether these intelligent choices are products of mechanistic processes and whether they are deterministic is not contained in the definition of free will and requires further investigation. So, what does determinism actually mean? Determinism, a philosophical notion, asserts that every event or state of affairs, encompassing human decisions and actions, is an inevitable consequence of preceding conditions. Historically, determinism was often likened to straightforward billiard ball interactions. However, the advent of quantum mechanics challenged this view. Most physicists now recognize quantum indeterminacy as an inherent aspect of reality. This poses challenges to predicting outcomes accurately, as it's physically impossible to measure initial quantum states precisely. Chaos theory further complicates determinism by highlighting the unpredictability inherent in certain natural systems. Despite these debates, many scientists overlook the nuanced philosophical discussion surrounding determinism and free will. Unlike science, which aims to understand how the world functions, philosophy focuses on how we discuss the world. The phrase "I have free will" holds various meanings, leading to three main perspectives on the relationship between free will and determinism. Determinism negates free will. Determinism and free will are compatible. Or determinism allows for free will regardless. Compatibilism, which posits that determinism and free will can coexist, is a contentious concept. Ludwig Wittgenstein, a philosopher, critiqued physical determinism, suggesting that human behavior isn't entirely deterministic due to our incomplete understanding of the human will or brain. He emphasized that free will is a descriptive concept for people, not objects. Wittgenstein highlighted the limitations of applying deterministic principles to human behavior, given the inherent unpredictability of the universe according to quantum physics. Despite precise models, quantum unpredictability implies that perfect accuracy in predicting human behavior is unattainable. Therefore, while determinism raises significant philosophical questions, the complexity of human behavior and the inherent unpredictability of the universe challenge deterministic frameworks. Having more precise laws won't alleviate unpredictability because the fundamental nature of reality itself is inherently unpredictable. While one might consider quantum physics with its uncertainties, probabilities, and peculiarities as a potential escape from classical physics determinism, this notion, known as indeterminism, has been pondered by philosophers for centuries, dating back to ancient Greece. Indeterminism posits that not every event has a clear cause. Some events may be random. Advocates of indeterminism suggest that certain brain functions may contain random elements influenced by quantum unpredictability, potentially rendering our choices not entirely predetermined. However, there are challenges with using indeterminism to counter determinism. One issue is that randomly made choices, as opposed to those based on strict causation, may not align with the common understanding of free will from a physical standpoint. While quantum mechanics may influence some brain activity, it doesn't account for all of it. Many thinkers incorporate indeterminism into their models of free will to some extent, but don't wholly rely on it. Additionally, chaos theory further complicates matters by highlighting the unpredictability of chaotic processes, which, despite being deterministic, can yield unpredictable outcomes due to small variations in initial conditions. These seemingly insignificant factors can have significant implications, potentially leading to life-altering decisions. Despite advancements in understanding human behavior and the development of smarter algorithms, predicting human behavior remains challenging, with probabilities akin to weather forecasts. Some scientists have begun considering the potential connection between consciousness and quantum physics. While processes at the quantum level are inherently random, consciousness is often associated with free will, a non-deterministic concept. Cognitive scientists are intrigued by the potential link between quantum mechanics and consciousness, suggesting that free will may exploit the freedom inherent in quantum mechanics. However, some experts view the connection between quantum mechanics and consciousness as somewhat arbitrary from the perspective of cognitive science. Some philosophers argue vehemently that human actions are entirely determined by a complex interplay of factors such as personality, upbringing, and environmental influences, leaving no room for the existence of free will, a stance often referred to as hard determinism. This perspective, notably championed by French philosopher Baron de Holbach, suggests that our decisions are nothing more than the inevitable outcomes of these myriad influences that shape our lives from birth. In the 1980s, scientist Benjamin Libet conducted a series of experiments seemingly bolstering this deterministic view, demonstrating brain activity that precedes conscious decisions. However, the reliability of these findings comes under scrutiny due to challenges in accurately pinpointing the precise moment of decision-making and potential biases introduced by participants' self-reports. The clockwork universe theory provides a captivating analogy, portraying the universe as an intricate, meticulously crafted clockwork mechanism where every event unfolds along a predetermined course. According to this theory, our choices are merely cogs in a cosmic machine, governed by an unyielding chain of cause and effect, stretching back to the dawn of time, effectively challenging conventional notions of free will. The ongoing philosophical debate surrounding free will within a deterministic framework has spurred the development of compatibilism, a school of thought seeking to reconcile determinism with the existence of free will. Moreover, the emergence of the idea of living in a simulated reality adds another layer of complexity to this discourse, casting doubt on the authenticity of free will within a meticulously controlled environment where every aspect of existence could be predetermined or manipulated. The intriguing correlation between determinism and simulated reality prompts profound reflections on the nature of our existence, raising fundamental questions about whether our reality might be the product of engineering by a superior intelligence or advanced civilization, further complicating the already intricate debate over the nature of free will. The essence of freedom and free will lies in our mind's remarkable capacity to evaluate and adapt, enabling us to potentially alter the impacts of nature, chance events, and past decisions. Through our awareness of free will, we can project consequences and influence our choices, engaging in decision-making shaped by mechanistic causation. This freedom defines our humanity, allowing us to create different paths for our lives beyond the constraints of determinism. The interplay between quantum physics and free will challenges traditional concepts, suggesting that multiple outcomes can emerge from a single state, a reflection of our ability to choose differently. While debates about free will may seem semantic, their aim is to deepen our understanding by aligning it with the ability to bring about diverse results. This exploration continues to captivate philosophy, science, and the human experience. And with that, we conclude this discussion. What are your thoughts on the concept of free will? Your insights are welcome in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.